Welcome to the Soulful Menopause podcast. Discover how to transform the chaos of menopause into vibrant health and a soulful life you'll love. I'm Sally Love, natural nutritionist and soul wisdom coach. I want you to experience a soulful menopause that'll guide you into the best years of your life. A warm welcome to episode number 38 of the Soulful Menopause podcast. In today's episode, I'm talking with Sharon Miller, all about laughter. Yay! I had a really fun chat with her, and she's actually the founder of a company called Joyworks. Now, Joyworks actually spearheaded the laughter therapy movement in Scotland in 2008. And Sharon has over 30 years' experience in the arts, education, and rehabilitation. She trained personally in India with the founder of Laughter Yoga, Dr. Kataria, and she's also won a Social Enterprise Award. In 2020, Sharon nearly died from COVID. She spent 17 months in deep healing. She thought many times during that time that she may have to change careers, but thankfully, Joyworks called her home again. Indeed, it was that experience that made Joyworks' mission and message even more prevalent. Joyworks has a very impressive track record in the corporate and public sectors, providing successful tailored sessions and events for the likes of Coca-Cola, Nestle, the NHS, local councils, the Cabinet Office, BBC Comedy, Lloyds Banking Group, and the list goes on and on and on. In our chat today, you're going to have the opportunity to actually experience a present moment relaxation and laughter exercise yourself. We can all do it together. It's absolutely fun, and it will really pick you up on those times that you're feeling really down. Maybe you're exhausted, overworked, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, whatever it is. This will really help you, I'm sure. Now, Sharon's also giving away 2 amazing freebies. First of all, you're going to get a free 15-minute laughter meditation, and you're going to get a free 15-minute stand-up laughter yoga session. So if you take a look in the show notes, you'll see a link there to download your free copies of those 2 things right now. So do that before the opportunity slips away from you. And now we will move into the lovely chat and the fun exercise with Sharon Miller. Oh, so a huge welcome to you, Sharon. I'm so excited for this topic about laughter. Oh, it's so much needed. Welcome to the Soulful Menopause podcast.
Thank you so much, Sally. It's an absolute pleasure and a delight and a privilege to be with you this afternoon. Thank you.
Well, I would love to begin asking, first of all, how you got into this wonderful work of helping people laugh. It's just making me laugh asking that question.
Oh, well, actually, sometimes, we feel, sometimes, you feeling low and feeling stressed and feeling depressed. It's so normal to us that we don't even notice it until we get a wake-up call. And that's what happened with me. I was asked to deliver a workshop just for fun. My background's in theatre and drama. I was asked to deliver this workshop for fun to a bunch of senior citizens that I'd already done some drama with. And when I asked, what do you want? They said, we just really need a laugh. And at that time, unbeknown to myself, I really needed one too. My grandpa had just died. I was doing a lot of work in prisons, putting a show on in just 12 days in prisons, a lot of really demanding kind of theatre projects. And I walked into that wee workshop with my box of tricks, and they were all round this wee lady whose husband had just died, and I wanted to walk back out. I thought, what can I do? What can I do, you know? But anyway, I delivered the session with my box of tricks, and I left those senior citizens in Stirling in that wee guide hall, high as a kite. And I was high as a kite. I felt just so wonderful. I felt just so at one with everything. I felt so close to the people that I was there with. And at that same time, I remember, you know, in the prison show, a prisoner had jumped up at the end of the show onto the table, and amongst the congratulatory leftover pizza that he probably did the show just so he could get. And he said at the end of the show, I feel on top of the world, you know, with his fists in the air. And that's exactly how I felt leaving that bunch of senior citizens. And on the way home, I heard, you know, nothing happens by accident. On the way home, I heard someone talk about laughter therapy on the radio. And I thought, that's just what I've done. And I loved it. And started researching it, and started a wee Joyworks group on a Friday night in Ruthven Lane in Glasgow, and it just snowboarded from there. Joyworks was the first organisation in Scotland doing that type of work, and everybody that knew me from my drama and my process drama work, they just got me involved. So I got really nice gigs with the National Theatre of Scotland and you know, Coca-Cola, all of these really nice organisations to start with, and Joyworks was born.
Oh, I love that.
And that was 14 years ago, and I could never, you know, I'd never have imagined that I would still be doing it 14 years on, you know, even in 2020 when I nearly died with COVID, and then I got long COVID and spent a long time recovering. Healing, I really did think I was going to have to give up Joyworks, mostly because my energy, and also I had no voice. My voice took a long while to come back. It was damaged, my voice. So even when I thought of, you know, giving it all up and becoming a meditation teacher, meditation's part of what we do at Joyworks, and it always calls me home. I feel as if it's my karma. It's something I've been born to teach. I've got great big dimples. This is audio, but I feel like, you know, the dimples are, you know, when I was born, these big dimples are like, you're supposed to laugh, and you're supposed to help other people remind themselves that they are joy, they are love, they are compassion. We've just forgotten it. And I had forgotten it, you know, before I was asked to deliver that wee workshop for fun. I had completely forgotten about what, you know, who I really was, and we can all at times, especially over these last 2 years, we can all be forgiven for forgetting the simple things: to smile, to breathe, to laugh, to relate, the simple things that don't cost us anything, and they're just so good for us. They make our lives beautiful, and they make everybody around us feel beautiful when we're using these simple, inherently
absolutely it's contagious, isn't it? I mean, joy is contagious just as much as fear or anger
misery
as well. But I just want to I think you've made a couple of great points there, Sharon, that I want to circle back round to. But you know, I felt it was really important to get you on my podcast, because when we're going through the transition of menopause, it can be really chaotic. It can just throw us into so much turmoil on every level, particularly physically, where we can feel absolutely awful. Everyone can have varying symptoms, from depression, anxiety, and aches and pains, and I mean, wow, the list goes on. So I thought it would be really empowering to have you on the show, because how can we feel a sense of joy or bring laughter into our lives when we are feeling so low? And you mentioned there that you had COVID pretty badly, and long COVID. So I wonder, are you happy to share some of your experiences with that, and how you used your laughter therapy to get you through?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that the first thing was making peace with where I was. And that was really, really a big thing at the beginning, because when your body just says no, then you can't help but say no. And you just have to sink into that and just, do nothing really, which is what I did for a long, long while. But we're, as I say, for 17 months. So just, we are where we are, and that's okay. And nothing lasts forever, even although it felt for me that it was lasting forever. It doesn't last forever. And I really recognized that, I really recognized that that's my life's work. Having an attitude of joy, it's not about being happy all the time, right? But for me, coming from, delivering laughter workshops and happiness events for 14 years, and then suddenly not being able to do that, not having a voice, not having any energy, that took a lot of making peace with. But I'm so grateful that the techniques that I taught, in my Joyworks events, I ended up having to religiously practice them. And that was, cultivating joy wherever I was, so that, I could cultivate the joy where lying on the couch and feeling the feelings, just feeling the feelings. And
so how do you do that when you're feeling so awful?
Yes.
You must have been feeling really ill. So
colour became very, very important to me. I have a yellow couch, a lovely yellow velvet couch, and I didn't realise how important it was going to be in my healing. When I managed to get out of the bedroom and come through, I just used to stroke that couch. I just used to stroke it and look at the colours. And I'm outside. I live in a tenement, and the birds outside, it was springtime. It was nearly 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago on April the 12th. The seagulls on the roofs and how they cackled. And I would take these videos of the seagulls just cackling like they were laughing, like you wouldn't believe, up on top of the lamppost. And that brought me so much joy. And I used to send these videos of the seagulls, and I used to name the babies, because then the wee grey bobs would, come down come down the roof, and I realised these were the baby seagulls, and I would name them, and I would send videos. And there's so much research on happiness shared is happiness doubled, but this whole technique of savouring something. So whatever joy was in my day, I made sure I savoured it. I made sure I texted about it. I made sure I recorded it. And as I say, colour and nature became very important to me. And I used to feed the birds from my windowsill, and just that feeling of being needed, still, even although I was ill and my voice wasn't there and my body wasn't, I was still needed. And I used to look back on my Facebook memories, and I would make movies and send them to the people who were in my Facebook memories with music on them and stuff like that. It's about making peace with where you are and finding the good, looking for the good, and you will find it. And I used to wake up in the morning, before I got ill, I would throw my hands up in the air and just say, well, be in appreciation, welcome in the good. I would always throw my hands up in the air and be in appreciation. But then when I got sick, I used to just hug myself, and I'd say, it's okay, wee darling, everything's going to be okay. As soon as I woke up, I would start with compassion. Everything's going to be okay, wee darling. You're going to just be fine,
That's
and that
wonderful. Yeah, giving yourself that compassion and treating
the
yourself.
The minute you wake up, before you start thinking about your symptoms or what you can't do or what the list that you've got to do, and then I would open the window, and that was hard for me because I didn't have any strength. I would open the window and just breathe in that fresh air. It just was like such joy, and sip my hot water, and just really love just doing nothing.
I'm wondering, Sharon, could you take us through like a little joy exercise?
Yes, lovely.
I would love that. Thank you.
That'd be great. Thanks so much, Sally. I gave you one the last time we spoke. Do you remember which one that you loved the best, or the one that stuck with you? Or Well, I
No,
just do a
just
fresh
share.
one.
Yeah, share with us whatever you feel called to share, Sharon.
Fresh
Honestly.
one,
Yeah,
a fresh
yeah.
one. So let's just, wherever you are just now. Great. Brilliant. So let's just feel your feet on the ground, wherever you are. Make sure you're not driving, obviously. Make sure you've got a nice space to do this. Just feel your feet on the ground. Feel your clothes on your back, palms on top of your thighs.
Okay.
Just bring awareness to your body at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Bring appreciation to your body, this beautiful body that carries it around every day. Feeling your shoulders nice and relaxed. Lovely. Beautiful. Just taking that time out, just taking that moment out of the day. Celebrating ourselves by taking time out. We always think that we're celebrating ourselves by doing more. No, 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 no. We're celebrating ourselves by taking time out for us. So there we are, taking time out, celebrating ourselves by doing nothing just for a few wee moments. Beautiful. And just tuning into the sounds where you are, tuning into the birds chirping, the fridge humming, the clock ticking, just tuning into the sounds around you. And embracing those sounds as part of you. Beautiful. And let's now bring our attention to our breath, not changing it in any way at all, just bringing our attention to our breath. Our beautiful, beloved breath. Beautiful. Feeling our breath going in through our nose and coming out through our mouth. Just bringing our awareness to that now. Keeping our shoulders lovely and relaxed. Breathing in, I'm alive. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I'm alive. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I'm alive. Breathing out, I smile. Beautiful. Thich Nhat Hanh, the grandfather of the mindfulness movement, used to say, sometimes our joy is the source of our smile, but sometimes our smile is the source of our joy. So just in the count of 3, open your eyes and give a big toothy grin to yourself. And if you're nearby a mirror, just go to the mirror and just see yourself in that mirror with that huge toothy grin.
Toothy grin.
And just let that big toothy grin come into a laugh.
I've actually got tears in my eyes.
And then just imagine you've got a wee pot in front of you, and this wee pot is a wee pot of laughter cream. And it's a lovely big juicy pot of lovely laughter cream, and I'm going to just read some lovely affirmations, and we're slapping these beautiful affirmations all over our face. I love myself even when I'm making mistakes. I'm worthy of love. Slap it on. Slap it onto the mirror. See how beautiful you are, how your eyes are sparkling, how beautiful we all look when we're laughing. Slap on even more. Laughter cream. Slapping it onto your nose and your cheeks and your chin, slapping it all over. If there's somebody beside you, slap it onto them. Life is full of love, and I find it everywhere I go, and I live in a friendly universe. Slap more on
Oh, fantastic. Oh,
I am powerful. I know I can make it through anything.
Oh, Sharon, that is so wonderful. Oh my
And
God.
let's just point ourselves. This is our last week tip. Let's point to ourselves. You know, we all take ourselves so seriously, myself included, which is why I got into laughter therapy. We teach what we need to learn. At that time, I was very, very unhappy. So let's point to ourselves at how seriously we can take ourselves. You know, a friend used to say to me, "Go off the cross. We need the wood," because I was always shoulding and, oh, must this, should this. We can all be like that sometimes. So just point ourselves and just really have a good laugh at ourselves. Here we go. And then as we say laughter yoga, very good, yay! Let's just chant it with me, Sally. Humor me. Very good,
very good, yay!
Very good, yay!
Very good, yay!
And just go through your day to day after you've listened to this, and whenever you do something that makes you feel good, look in the mirror, give yourself a high five and a smile, and just say to yourself, very good, yeah!
Oh, Sharon, thank you so much.
No,
for
you're welcome,
Sally.
I
just
love
got these visions of like hundreds of people listening to this, all laughing at the same time and just spreading that beautiful energy all around the world.
Yeah, how gorgeous is that? Because we're sharing the gift. We're sharing the gift of who we are, aren't we? We're laughing. We're sharing. You know, we're sharing our joy. We're sharing our love, and that's a beautiful thing. And even if there was anybody out there, Sally, who wasn't feeling it, who just wasn't feeling it, who was just going, ho 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 ho, like, I'm not getting this at all. What how ridiculous is this? I would say absolutely. How silly is this? Absolutely. How it's silly, it's ridiculous, but 30 years of scientific research has gone into just the immense benefits, health benefits, emotional, mental health, physical benefits of laughter, of just laughing. You know, Sally, even if we're just going ho, 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 and we're not feeling it, the most brilliant thing is our brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. So even if we are pretending, going back to what I said right at the beginning, we are where we are, and that's okay. Even if we're having to pretend just now, our brain is still, our bodies and our brains are still getting all of those amazing benefits. And that's the amazing thing, isn't it? Even when we don't feel like laughing, when we use it as a tool and we use it as a technique, it really can improve our health and happiness, and it makes us, it makes us feel better about ourselves so that we can make better choices, right?
Absolutely. And surely, like you say, even if somebody wasn't able to laugh then, surely just like listening to people laughing can have a huge benefit, because I mean that comes with a high frequency energy attached to it, and we're all energy. We all
Yes.
feel each other's energies, whether we know it or not. And so just even listening to the laughing, even if you can't do it, that is definitely going to have a benefit.
So beautiful, Sally, and absolutely true. So wonderful. And like, even if you want to just go on YouTube and look at pets videos, you know, research has shown that watching funny animals on YouTube decreases our stress by 50% and our anxiety by 50%. So finding things to watch, I know that that's what I did when I was very ill, you know, finding things to watch that make us laugh and raise our vibration, as you say, is a really, really powerful thing. Just shut our eyes and yeah, so lovely.
Wonderful. Are there any sort of final things that you want to say?
Yes. Oh, I would love to share, because I know for me, and I'm not sure about anybody else, but I know for me that knowing that it's all joy, you know, knowing that it's so, you know, we're alive. You know, when I used to ask my papa how he was, my papa and I were very close. He used to say, "Great, I woke up." You know, and millions of people, I woke up, and like what we said, it just being, and we did wake up, you know, we are alive. And if we're not happy and we're not feeling joyful, then we can trick ourselves into joy with the things we said. You know, we laughter therapy, looking at what you love to do as a child and making sure you do more of that, and actually scheduling time for joy during the day. You know, we know what things make us happy, we know what things bring us joy, but let's schedule them into the day using our iPhone, you know, making a point to habit stack them, as James Clear, you know, he wrote Automatic Habits, best-selling beautiful book. I highly recommend it, about habit stacking. So when are you going to do it? What are you going to do before it? What are you going to do after it? And that way you will bring more joy to your life, because our brains love routine, don't they? Calming our lives with routine is a no-brainer, and our brains feel so safe and they love routine. So let's keep them, let's celebrate them, let's get playful with them and get ourselves out of that rut, which is, you know, depression, by making it, you know, really, really scheduling the things that bring us joy. After dinner I dance, so I know that after dinner I always dance, and I feed the birds, you know. So just having those the joy triggers, and reaching out to people if you aren't feeling great, and if you aren't feeling, that's so important. You know, I really learned when I was ill, you know, I actually took a specialist that I was working with, and you know, they said to me on the video call, I said, you know, I'm so grateful for this, I'm so grateful for that, I'm so grateful for this. And she said, okay, just let's stop that right now. She said, just tell me how it is for you. And I burst into tears, because I saw a lifetime about being positive and a lifetime about joy and happiness. It was very, very tricky for me to tell it how it was. And I really feel that's so important. Get your story out, tell people how you are, and then focus after you get your story out. You know, like the Native American cultures, they said, you know, you say how it is. You say what's worrying you and what's making you unhappy 3 times, and then after that, the Native American circle, they would turn their back on you. You get your story out, you leave it, and then you focus on the things that you love, you adore, and you know, and you focus on that. So important that we don't struggle alone, and that we don't beat ourselves up when we are not in joy. We don't beat ourselves up for that, because all our emotions are, you know, are there to you know, to give us messages, right? So I'll finish with Carl Gabriel, and I really looked at, this gave me a lot of comfort when, you know, when I was going through what I was going through. He says, when you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth, you are weeping for that which has been your delight. It's all joy. And if we can love ourselves when we're not joyful, then we'll get far much more joy in our life.
Yeah, I love that, Sharon. And especially, you know, it is important to honor the parts of our journey that have been tough, because we don't want to leave that within. And I just, as you were talking about that, I got this visual image of being able to process our stuff and clearing out. So, you know, I talk about carrying a rucksack on our back and, you know, filling it up with pebbles and stones of our life experiences. And it's almost like, right, just clear that all out of the way, look at it, honor it, find, as I call, the jewels of wisdom within that, clear it all, understand it, process it. Then you've got this free back of this backpack that's completely light and empty. Let's fill it up with joy.
Yes. and that's so beautiful. I love that rucksack image. And laughter is actually a way that we can process it, because there's so many tears in Joyworks events, you know, because we're getting rid of toxins, you know, and the you know, when you're laughing, you're clearing that out too. So using the laughter if you can, or journaling or dancing. And love what you said, you know, feel it, forgive it, and free it. I love that. Feel it, you know, find the feeling, feel it, forgive it, and free it. Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you work with people, Sharon? And then I know that you've got a couple of really wonderful freebies to give away to people too. But firstly, maybe just like, how can people work with you?
Brilliant. So if you have an organization or a business and you would like to bring Joyworks into your organization or your business, then we can offer in-house events, online or face-to-face. And these online or face-to-face events involve laughter therapy, drama, poetry, mindfulness, and creative offerings. We're very good at, because my background was in theatre drama, we're very good at tailoring to whatever your theme is, to whatever, you know, your organisation might be working with. We've got a conference coming up this month, and it's Loving What Is. It's for frontline workers who haven't had any time to themselves, you know, they haven't had any time off. And it's a session called Loving What Is, and we're going to go into nature and have some laughter and some poetry and some drama. So that's one way, bringing Joyworks into an organisation, and I've been doing that for the last 14 years. Or if you would like to work with me individually, I work with people one-to-one online. I also have free, thanks to Ashok Gupta, who is the founder of the Meaning of Life app and also the iRise app. It's a wonderful new app, and the mission is to uplift 1 billion souls, and I'm very, very happy to be part of that mission. So he is offering every Friday night a free Joyworks session, a laughter workshop session Friday night at 6 o'clock, and it lasts 45 minutes. All you have to do is download the page, which is www.irisetv.com/live events, and you'll see me there or two of my other facilitators. And it's a beautiful session, and it's a different theme every week. And this Friday coming is Creative Juices, which will be a lot of fun. So that's another way if you want to see me every Friday. There's a great opportunity, and it's free for a limited time. So take that opportunity now. And also for the last 12 years, Joyworks has been the leading trainers in laughter yoga. And so, as I said, these trainings are now online. And the next training to train to be a laughter yoga leader. A lot of people come for their own personal development. They're maybe looking for a career change, or they're maybe feeling very low. They're maybe feeling and that they just really need a beautiful community and just to spend time laughing and focusing on joy, even if they don't want to teach laughter yoga. So that is the next batch of that starts in August. And that's just a wonderful opportunity to meet like-minded people. I'm always amazed, and you'll be the same as you in your courses, Sally, just the people that are already out there making a huge difference and have already had such they've already come through life-changing stuff, and there they are still wanting to spread joy and give joy. I'm always inspired by the people who come on these courses. It's the greatest blessing. And they will be going face-to-face after January. We'll be doing them face-to-face again, the laughter yoga training. And I am in the process of developing a new course, and hopefully that will start in the new year, a Joyworks course for healing, pulling back all of the stuff that I had to use when I was healing. I would really like to help people who are still struggling with long COVID, who are struggling with kind of long-term conditions. I'd really love to help those people. And give something back. And then the other wee freebie is, and there's two freebies, which is a lovely laughter meditation. It's an MP3, and it's me narrating it, and an award-winning composer, Karen McIver, who happens to be a good friend of mine. She did the music for it, and it's a lovely, nice relaxation meditation, and it finishes with a laughter meditation. So that's really lovely. And a lot of people always ask me just for people were telling me that they were just fast forwarding to the end, to the laughter bit. So I also send a wee laughter MP3 as well, with just my laughter. And I did get an email from somebody saying that they thanked me for their job. They got a job, and they're sure it's because they played the laughter before they went in for the job interview.
What a great idea. That is fantastic. So you're giving away a free laughter meditation, and then also a free 15-minute laughter yoga session as well.
That's right. And it's wonderful. A standing up laughter yoga session, which is actually part of our laughter yoga training online course as well. So just so thankful, Sally, to be, as a lady 53, going through the menopause. I'm just so grateful that, that I can be part of this, and I talked a wee bit about long COVID, but people just like myself going through this tricky time, be able to be part of your podcast is just great.
Oh, well, I'm absolutely thrilled that you are a part of this. And just for anyone who's interested in getting Sharon's free MP3s, the laughter meditation and the 15-minute laughter yoga session, I will put a link to those in the show notes.
Brilliant.
So
that's
all they need to do is
fantastic.
click that, and then they can get hold of them. So this has been wonderful, Sharon. Thank you so much for sharing your joy.
Science tells us that, we do laugh. Of course we laugh, but science tells us we need to laugh for 10 to 15 minutes to get all of the beautiful health benefits from it. So I would really encourage you to make laughter part of your daily practice. After you meditate, after you do your yoga, after you drink your hot water, whatever it is you do, make laughter a part of it.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you, Sally.
Love the laughter.
Thank you. Love you. Thanks so much for this lovely, amazing opportunity. Thank you.
To find out more about how you can live a soulful menopause, please visit soulfulmenopause.com. I'm really looking forward to being with you again soon. Bye for now.